Hello, everyone. I am Jim Smallridge, and I'm the Manager of Community Development for AETNA Better Health of West Virginia. It's my pleasure to be here with you today as we talk about your pregnancy and most specifically, the health, safety, and your new baby. Here's my contact information at AETNA Better Health of West Virginia. As you'll see, I'm a registered nurse and I am the manager of community development. If you need to get a hold of me at any time, here is my contact information. It will also be available at the end of the presentation. Your baby will depend on you for its health and well-being, not just before it's born, not just after it's born, but its entire life. As its parent, it's going to depend on you. So just like the Scouts, we always want to be prepared. The health and safety of your baby begins long before the delivery date, and it starts with you, the mother, and the health of you. And we want to start with good prenatal care. Now, when should prenatal care begin? Well, actually, if you're planning on getting pregnant, you should start a healthy lifestyle then. But after the actual prenatal visits begin when you have a positive pregnancy test or 8 weeks after your last menstrual period. You can make an appointment if you're established with an OB/GYN office. You can make an appointment with them or with your primary care provider. Now, after it's been determined that you are pregnant, how often will you see your provider? Well, that's determined by your pregnancy. If you've been pregnant before and you've had difficulty, you may see the doctor more often or your healthcare provider. Or if it's your first pregnancy and things are questionable, you may see them a little bit more. Or it is all going to be determined by your health, the health of the baby as it grows, and just how things are going. Now, those visits will be further apart the further you are from delivering, but as you get closer, they will get more frequent. Some things that will happen during your prenatal care is that you'll have a lot of different blood testing. You will have ultrasounds. These were all things to determine how you are doing, your health, but also the health of your baby. This is also a great time if you need to change some personal behaviors. This is a great time to do that. The sooner, the better, because your baby is developing. And it does essentially everything that you do. So if you don't sleep enough, try to get more rest. If you're not exercising and you're kind of a couch potato, you may want to get up and get some movement. More serious things, you want to eat a good diet because everything that you eat is determining the health of your baby. And also, one word about smoking. My word about smoking is don't. If you can do one single thing, substances like tobacco and drugs and alcohol, everything you do along those lines affects the growth, development, and future of your baby. So before you're pregnant or in the early parts of your pregnant, is a time to change behaviors. If you need assistance with these things, you need to be open and honest with your healthcare provider, and they can help you with those change of behaviors. Now, it says incentives. The incentives are, besides having a healthy baby, you need to check with your insurance company. There may be some incentives for doing your prenatal visits and things like that. I know at AETNA, we do have an incentive, and many other companies do as well. So please check with them to see if I'm going to my prenatal visits as prescribed, then maybe there's some type of a gift or reward or incentive But check with your healthcare insurance early on in your pregnancy. And the time to be ready for your baby to arrive is before your baby arrives. We want to talk about newborn safety, both at home and on the road. And it starts with your car seat. Now, the day that your baby is born or is coming home is not the day to buy your car seat or try to install your car seat. These are things that should be done long before the baby arrives. So you or a significant other or a family member or friend needs to work with you and install that car seat safely. If you need help with that, your local police department, sheriff's department, fire department, EMS, they are all willing and able to help you to learn to properly install that car safety seat. I worked in a hospital for many years, and I can tell you on more than one occasion, I saw a father or a friend trying to install that car seat for the first time while the baby was waiting to come home. So please learn to do those things before the baby is delivered. Now, dressing your new baby, when it's coming home from the hospital or even when it's home and going to visit, leaving the home, you want to dress the baby to the level of comfort for the weather, just like you do. So if it's 80 degrees outside, the baby doesn't need 3 blankets and 3 or 4 layers of clothing. Dress for the baby's comfort. You also want to create around the home, you want to create a safe environment. And again, these things, you need to prepare for these things long before the baby arrives. You want to look for possible safety hazards and have a healthy setup around your home. Make sure that sharp edges of fireplaces and tables and things like that are covered and safely in a safe situation for your baby. And as far as that, for all your children. As far as fire safety goes, we want to make sure that your home is safe. You should have carbon monoxide indicators, smoke alarms, and you should have a fire safety plan to get out of your home. We're going to go this way. We're going to meet outside at this tree. So practice these things with your family before your baby arrives. These are things you should be doing right now. You're going to have to bathe your baby, so you want to do that safely. First of all, you want to make sure that the water is of a safe temperature, and this can be done. You can do it the old-fashioned way with your wrist or your elbow, but it's much better to get a bath thermometer, a tub thermometer, and make sure that it's in the safety range before your child goes into that tub. Also, never, ever, ever leave a child unattended in any level of water. Okay, if you're giving your child a bath and the phone in the other room, your cell phone is in the bedroom and it rings, if you don't want to take the baby with you, you need to let that phone ring. Never leave your baby unattended in any level of water. A child can drown very quickly in even the smallest amount of water. So please remember, never leave your child in the tub. You want to make sure the handrails on your steps are secure and practice using them. Also, if you have throw rugs in your home on wood floors, make sure that they are secure because they are a safety hazard and you don't want to go sliding across the floor, especially when you have that baby in your arms. Now, siblings, older and younger children that are in the home, you want to make sure that they are ready for this newborn to come into their home. Older children can be a great help when you are as you are taking care of your child, that can be a great assistant. Younger children need to be supervised with the new baby. You don't want to have an extremely young child trying to hold the new baby when it's not safe. So older children can be a great assistance. Younger children need to be supervised. Pets are wonderful. I love pets, and I think it's so cute when animals are around the children, and I think it's great. But they should never ever, even the most meek, mild dog, cat, or other family pet, should never be left alone with the baby. Never leave them alone, because we never know how they're going to react to the new smell, the new sound that the baby makes. So never leave pets alone with your baby. All right, your baby and you are home. Now what? It's important to remember, these are important items to remember during the first days and weeks that you're home with your baby. The baby's first well visit is usually less than a week after it comes home, sometimes 2-3 days. That's something you want to make sure that appointment is made before you leave the hospital. Okay, you want to check with the nurse or the social worker. Make sure that visit is planned before you leave the hospital. Also, you need your postpartum visit. This needs to take place 7 to 84 days after the birth. And this is to make sure that all aspects of your health are intact and are coming back to pre-baby status. This is not just a physical, but also some mental evaluation as well, because postpartum depression is a true thing, and doctors can realize that it may just be more than the baby blues. So you want to make sure that you do go to that postpartum visit, and these are things that you will be evaluated for. Okay, so also we talked about incentives with prenatal. Many insurance companies have postpartum visit incentives. So you want to make sure that those postpartum visits are scheduled early. Also, get as much rest both before the baby is born, but especially after you come home with the baby. Get rest when you can. And when you are resting, make sure the baby is resting safely. Safe sleep. The baby should never be sleeping in bed with you. If the baby is sleeping, the baby needs to be in their crib. Okay? And the baby needs to be safely placed in their crib, not with a bunch of blankets and toys. I know they're cute, but it's not safe. So please follow all instructions for safe sleep. If you're overwhelmed, and you could be, there are times you may be alone and you're just overwhelmed, ask for help. Ask for help from trusted friends, family. Talk to your insurance company. Can help through their social workers. They will be able to direct you to different organizations. If you have a church family, don't be afraid to ask for help, and know where you can call to get that help. That's just an overview of some of the things to remember when you are planning your pregnancy, during your pregnancy, and after you bring your baby home. If you have any questions, you can always contact me at this contact information, but it's always another option is always feel free to contact your healthcare provider. That's why they're there. I want to thank you for this opportunity to be with you. I wish you a healthy and safe pregnancy, and I bid you all to please be well. Thank you.